every difficult vocal difficulty is thrown at you in Verdi, depending upon which opera it is. I mean, who is it that said that Il Trovatore requires only the 4 greatest singers in the world to sing? You need an amazing tenor, you need an amazing baritone, an amazing mezzo-soprano, and an amazing soprano. And anything short of that is not doing justice to the music of Verdi. Leonora, in a way too, she's in love with this magical voice that she hears singing often, in the mountains, and this voice, just the voice, speaking of music, moving people. She's so moved by just hearing his singing voice that she's fallen in love with him. Although the right option was right there in front of him, the rich man with a title, he's a count. She should be in love with him, but no, she's in love with the other man. It's a role Verdi had a particular fondness for giving the soprano, especially. You walk on stage and you sing a big aria. So you have no time to really get acclimated to being on stage, to warming up. You have to walk right on stage. And especially with this role, sing Tace la notte, her first big aria, and then this wonderful cabaletta. But you have to be right ready when you walk on stage. She sings 2 or 3 lines before and then says to Inez, her handservant, "Let me tell you how I fell in love with him." And boom, there you have this aria. So you have to be completely ready, and that is the first big vocal challenge. Secondly, the writing is very difficult. You have to have a voice of size, like a spinto soprano, lirico spinto soprano, but you have to have this agility. You have to be able to sing coloratura. You have to be able to sing high notes and pop them out in these caballettas, which, having a larger voice like mine, you have to learn how to kind of pare the voice down to sing this coloratura and the trills and all of that. And then yet have to be able to sing these long, broad lines, and then to sail over the orchestra and the chorus at the same time. I mean, you have to do everything. You have to be like Superwoman, walk on stage. Yeah! So it's very challenging, and it's a long role. I mean, she has 2 big arias and caballettas, and if done uncut, the caballettas are done twice, with ornaments, both caballettas. Then she has a duet with the baritone, and then she has to die, and she has a duet with the tenor, and afterwards you just want to sit down and, okay, I'm done. Well, it's probably the role that I've sung the most. And for me, it was a great role because I learned to sing with Leonora. So she really is like my best friend as well. Yeah, I started singing here at a very young age, and a lot of people criticized me for taking on a role like this, Leonora, at such a young age, but I think I made my debut with Leonora at something like 28 years old. So it's a role that I've had in my repertoire now for over 20 years. So of course, as I grew vocally, she grew as a person too, and she changed for me as a character as I've changed as a person as well and as a singer. So I really had an entrance to all the great opera houses in the world with this role. And I'm so grateful for it because all of my debuts at the big opera houses here in Paris, at La Scala, at a lot of great opera houses, this was my my debut with the opera houses. So it has a really special place in my heart, in my being, and also vocally. As my voice changed, she kind of helped me change, and I learned how to sing better by singing Leonora. Coming here and singing at the Bastille, I immediately know it's the Bastille because of the size of the opera house. It is so big and so wide, and you automatically know when you open your voice, if you have a large voice, which I've been told I have a large voice, it can fill the theater, but you have to know how to fill the theater, and you have to understand the acoustics of every theater that you go to. So this theater in particular, I know that I have to keep my voice in a certain place to make sure that it spins out into the theater over the orchestra. And that's how I know. Immediately, when I'm at the Bastille, I look up and I go, oh yes, big opera house, right. Keep the voice here, you know?